Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your monthly reading for October 2025. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in to the deep end. That's right. This is a month where you're going to feel very, very emotionally moved. It's all about your transformation. Phoenix rising from the ashes of eclipse season. And if you are new to my channel, I'm going to do your astrological overview. Then I'm going to break it down and do your Celtic cross spread. And then after that, break it down week by week. Okay. Pull more cards. There's a lot happening this month. As always. Well, actually not as always, but this month, not everything on the whiteboard. Okay. There's a lot happening. And remember the blue asterisk though. This is the, as always the best aspects of the month. Now, first, congratulations. You made it through a bonkers summer. You made it through eclipse season. And we are now here in a month that's chock full of amazing, rare aspects, many that we've never experienced, okay, in our lifetime. And a lot of grand trines, many that are overlapping. It's just bonkers. You see Venus moving into her domicile, forming one of those grand trines. And then you got Jupiter, luck, good fortune, expansion, wisdom, abundance, finally coming out to play. And he's coming out to play hard. Okay. Just wait until I flip this whiteboard over. Yeah. And remember, Jupiter only had like one aspect in September, like one in August. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of Jupiter, and that's going to enormously change your life. This is going to be a month that you will never forget. And if you saw your annual forecast, by the way, which is somewhere in a playlist, you know that I said one of the best new moons of 2025 is here in October, especially for you. We'll talk about it. All right. October is like a gift bag that you get from the candy store that is giving out cars. This is going to be a month. And when I say moving into, like, going to the deep end, right? There's a lot of water energy. Okay. And you do well. You're an earth sign. You do well with water. There's, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, all of that. We're going deep. Okay. Emotions, intuition, compassion, but water with a splash of vodka. Okay. You're going to feel charged up. You're going to go far this month with what's happening, all right? And a lot of it is because Mars is in Scorpio all month. You see, Pluto is going direct, the planet of power, and there's so much cardinal activation. You're going to vibe with that, you being a cardinal sign. So this month, you're going to feel indomitable for 3 reasons. 1, I just explained most of it. 2, transformation. Big deal. Okay. Actually, for you, there's like 10 reasons why this is going to be like, you're going to love this month. You're going to gain a lot of traction. And your transformation is going to be really deep. All right. We'll talk about it, especially when we get to mid-month. I'm calling it we're going simple, a gateway. There's going to be a gateway of golden triangles of these grand trines. And then 3, the prism portal. Capricorn, don't forget that rare grand trine that you've been experiencing for the past few months that put you on the path that you are on now, literally where you are now. It's still creating this brand new era for you. And that's why this is the month of transformation. You're going to be coming out on the other end, this brand new you. It has to do with Saturn, your ruling planet, conjuncting Neptune, sextiling Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, and Uranus trining Pluto. There's your pyramid. There's your, configuration that's so rare. Nobody on this planet has ever experienced. It hasn't happened in modern human history. But what that did, especially over the summer, it made you the spiritual warrior that you are now. Okay. So yeah, there's squares and oppositions this month, but you're a red belt, green belt, black belt, wherever you are along your journey. Okay. Yeah. There's some mosquito bite or something on my neck, but anyway, that's what I'm saying. This is a month where you're going to go deep, okay? And it is a month of high frequency, vibrate at that high frequency. And it is one of those long months with 31 days. It's a lot. All right, let's get started on October 1st, Wednesday. You have Mercury in Libra squaring Jupiter in Cancer. So, not a big deal. Mercury doesn't do well in Libra. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, right? So, stronger position, and keep that in mind for the rest of the Jupiter aspects this month. If he's in any squares, he always squeezes something good out of an aspect, okay? So here, it's more about just not being wishy-washy, especially with partnerships, relationships, marriage, contracts, home, family, and career. There may be something here, but remember, Jupiter squeezed something good out of something. So even if there was a little bit of a squeeze, the conversation could tip in your favor. Things like that, all right? Now, the real reason I'm bringing up this day, which is this aspect, small fry. The reason why is because this day, Juno, Jupiter's wife, asteroid, who rules equality, justice, fairness in marriage, in partnerships and commitments and agreements, Libra's asteroid, therefore they have the similar qualities. She's moving back into Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So you're going to feel a shift right off the bat, okay? And Juno in Sagittarius is you have a lot more freedom. There's a lot more room to grow. It's expansive. It's a lot more adventurous. So there could be something that happens right off the bat this week with you, with legal matters, the courts, things like that. All right, marriage certificates. A lot of y'all getting married. Congratulations. It's going to be a thing. You'll see this month now. Juno will immediately trine Neptune in Aries, 0 degrees. Something's brewing. Something's brewing. Okay, something romantic. It's Neptune. Neptune's in Aries, in your 4th house of home and family. So there may be something here. Okay, something dreamy. Could be like even buying property, selling property. Just think your domestic sector, but still relationships, significant other, partnerships. All of that is still thrown in. And I want you to pay attention because we're coming back to this day. When I say something's brewing, I'm going to show you something. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Morris, or for your teacher, whoever needs to hear this, cardinal signs, that would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, and you are going to feel Mercury square Jupiter the most. And again, there may be something here with career or partnerships or legal matters. If you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets between 20 to 24 degrees, and remember, it does not matter. We look at the angular aspects. You're going to feel it the most. Now, Saturday, October 4th, we have Venus conjuncting the South Node in Virgo. And this is why I'm bringing up the courts for you, okay? Because that rules your 9th house of the courts, of legal matters, of like the law, things like that. So again, we just had an eclipse in Virgo, right? On the South Node in Virgo. We had the Sun, we had Mars, we had Mercury, all conjunct the South Node the past few months. You've been letting things go. And again, Virgo rules your 9th house. So for a lot of y'all, this is spiritual. For a lot of y'all, this is your belief system. For a lot of y'all, this is shifting your perspective. And it with your everyday activities or work or health, but also travel may be a thing, as well as publishing, broadcasting. Now there's something karmic here, okay? This is the last of it, by the way. No more conjunctions on the South Node with any of the inner planets, right? Venus is the last one. So it's the last of it for a while. But something's ending, okay? And it is karmic. It is fated. It's on the, a node of fate. So it's Venus. It can be a relationship. It can be a creative project. It can be, Venus and Virgo, a habit, or, money matters, or being hard on yourself. But either way, there is a lesson learned in any or all of the above. Mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces will feel this the most. If you have any planets 17 to 19 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, you're going to feel it. And this is, again, there just may be something here that you're relieved. Like, okay, I'm done with this thing that I got to sign. All right. Now, Monday, October 6th, Mercury will enter Scorpio. We will talk more about this next week in your weekly forecast. Mercury's going to be in Scorpio pretty much all month. It is strong. It's very, well, it's passion. It's very passionate, okay? It's very, I got your back, a lot of loyalty here. There's that type of energy. And remember, Mercury's communication, its ideas, conversations, things like that, right? Mercury in Scorpio. Scorpio rules your 11th house of your future hopes and dreams and long-term goals and commitments, okay? And friendships. Groups you belong to, your squad, your support system, your network, your groups you belong to, benefactors, allies. That's all part of the 11th house. So those are going to be big themes for you the entire month. Remember, Mars is in Scorpio the entire month. That's right. You have Mercury and Mars together, and we're moving into Scorpio season. Yeah. So Mercury is a mind. Scorpio can be very psychological. Remember, Scorpio is deep. It has depth. There's that intensity, passion, right? But there can be a little bit of shadow work that you're doing as part of your transformation. Remember, Scorpio does rule death and rebirth. So the fact that Pluto, Scorpio's modern ruler, is going direct, oh, you are going to feel this. Now, a lot of this is truth. Yeah. Being honest with yourself, making sure people are being honest with you. Mercury in Scorpio is like detective energy, okay? True detective, whatever. It's very probing. So just be mindful of that because it can get a little deep, okay? Who took the last M&M? I'm taking everyone to a room one by one. That's Mercury in Scorpio. So let's just be mindful of that, because at the same time, Venus is in Virgo, which is very analytical. It's super analytical. It's like, I got to know the details. Like, there's that perfectionist energy. Okay. So be mindful of this package deal, because this is fine if you are working on a cold case, but you're not, maybe. Yeah. And Mars is in Scorpio, let me remind you. So this is rocket fuel. It's amplifying it. So there can be a little bit of truths coming to the surface. You seeking truth in some matters that have to do with partnerships, investments, wealth building, your transformation, or friendships or groups you belong to. Okay? That Facebook group that you belong to, Turtle Heaven, whatever it is. Yeah. Mercury and Mars together in Scorpio, with Venus and Virgo, while the sun is in Libra. That's a microscope on relationships. FYI, all right? So remember, Mars and even Mercury, all in Scorpio, can be that the lower expressions, holding on to grudges. We don't want to do that. So we'll talk about more next week. All right? Now, the same day we have the full moon in Aries, 14 degrees. Think about what happened for you end of March. Yeah? When we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, there's a corresponding full moon. And remember, that was part of that 4, 5, 6 planetary alignment, the once a lifetime alignment, all going over that 0 degree point as well. That was that big wave that I said started to push you into the prison portal. Something's about to be illuminated here in home and family. It's your domestic sector. That's what Aries rules for you. I actually like this full moon, but we will and it's very it's Aries. It's very entrepreneurial. It's initiator energy. It's go-getter energy. So yeah. Okay. Just know that it feels like there's going to be weight lifted off you. All right. So again, we'll talk about more next week. Who's going to feel this the most? It'll be the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and you. If you have any planets 12 to 16 degrees in any of those signs, yeah, you are really going to feel this one. And yeah, remember, end of March, when you were on your roof looking at the eclipse. It was a solar eclipse. It was in the US. You've got to remember what happened within home and family there. Now, the other thing is that, or partnerships and relationships, okay, for you. Now, the other thing is on the 7th, October 7th, Tuesday, you got Mercury in Scorpio squaring Pluto in Aquarius. Remember, Pluto is Scorpio's modern ruler. Yes, Scorpio has two rulers, Mars and Pluto, the two most powerful planets. That's why Scorpio energy is intense. Remember, Scorpio is the scorpion. It's got the stinger. This is a square. and it's fixed energy. So there can be a little bit of, not seeing eye to eye here with a friend, and may have to do with money or self-worth or self-value. So just, again, be very mindful about the way that you speak, what you're thinking. Remember, everything is energy. The thoughts in your head, the words that come from your mouth, because this can be a little bit emotional. Pluto's looking over at Mercury and saying, hey, bro, you're in my house. And Pluto, as you recall, as I said last week, is out of bounds. He's a little wild. He's about to wake up too. So just keep that in mind, because this is a day where truths are going to come to the surface. It may be you revealing something. You may be hearing something. Either way, you got to remember Mars is in Scorpio, okay? So he's wearing a leather jacket. Anyway, just be mindful this day. And then, and again, it may be something with a group or even social media. 11th house rules social media. It could be troll energy. So just don't fall for that. Now, October 8th, Wednesday, you got Venus sextile Jupiter. This happens twice a year. Amazing. One of the best aspects of the month. Okay? It's the two benefic planets in a harmonious window of opportunity as a sextile. Okay? So Venus, which is all about love and money and creativity, with Jupiter, luck, abundance, expansion, wisdom, right? Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Don't forget that. So this is enormously special, and it's happening in the middle of the week on Wednesday. You feel it days before, days after. That's how strong it is, okay? So very nice. It's Wednesday when it perfects. And remember, Jupiter in Cancer. Cancer is your opposite sign. And again, just wait until I turn this whiteboard over when you see the second half of this month. But what does that mean? Cancer is your opposite sign. Jupiter is bringing you luck, good fortune, expansion, profit, abundance in partnerships, relationships, okay? Contracts and agreements, marriage and love. Amazing. Because it's a sextile with Venus, love and relationships and money. So something really good here. This is enormously optimistic, really nice. And there is potential for you to make some really strong agreement, maybe even sign a contract, because Jupiter natively rules your third house, which is agreements. It's also internet, online stuff. You may be launching something, selling something, launching a business, things like that, okay? Now, the other thing is, pay attention. What happened for you August 12th, by the way, Capricorn? Think about that, okay? In your life. That's when we have the Venus-Jupiter conjunction. So that's this part of the storyline. Remember, that's a year-long process. So this is almost like a little glimpse of what seed was planted around that time when it came to partnerships, relationships, and contracts. All right. Now, the 11th, Saturday 11th, you got Venus opposite Saturn, 27 degrees. This has a bit of an edge to it. Okay. You got Venus in Virgo, which, by the way, it isn't just overly analytical and being hard on yourself and that nitpicky energy. It's warrior energy. And I'm not talking, Uhtred, son of Uhtred, okay? I'm talking like worry, okay? And Saturn, your ruler, is very like talk to the hand right now. It's an opposition, okay, to Venus. Who does that to Venus, right? He's going full hard knocks, okay? Delays, restrictions, limitations, reality checks, life lessons, and love, and relationships, and money, and travel for you, and education, okay? So, and publishing, broadcasting, all of that. Travel's a big one here because you got Saturn and Pisces in your third, the two travel houses in the zodiac wheel. So, just be mindful this day and the day surrounding it, because you may have to work with something here. The good news is you have Venus sextile Jupiter at the same time. So just bear that in mind. And remember, Saturn, your ruling planet, is still building you that bridge, right? Stability, structure, commitments. It's just this day that he's saying, how much do you want this? Remember, he tests you. So It's mutable energy, though. Just be flexible. Mutable signs, speaking of which, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, they're going to feel this the most. If you have any planets 25 to 29 degrees in any of those signs, you're going to feel it. Now, Monday, hello, welcome. Here we are. First of all, it's a loaded day, but this is when the gateway opens, okay? And this is that portal. You're about to experience multiple grand trines. Remember, trines are harmonious. They work in your favor. They're the nature of Jupiter. They're supportive. Just think of it like times 3 now. It's a grand trine. Things are happening for you. So, are you ready for your life to start transforming? And remember, you got to take action. You still got to take action with any of these, okay? So please do not weekend at Bernie's this month. Now, first thing that's happening, Venus moves into Libra. Yeah? You are going to love this. Why? Because Venus, first of all, is now in her home. Venus rules Libra. She's in her domicile. So Venus is love and money and beauty and creativity and harmony, what your heart desires. Emphasizing the finer things in life. It's very social. It's really fun. It's like having brunch with Kermit the Frog. Venus in Libra. Libra rules your 10th house. Capricorn, that's your home. That's your home. 10th house. What is the 10th house? It's fame. It's your career. It's recognition. It's public recognition. It's honors. It's achievements. If you're not here for career, it's just passion. What are you exerting your energy into that you want to be known for? Well, you got Venus in her domicile here. At the same time, Mars is in his domicile in Scorpio, in your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, and long-term goals and dreams. So you have the power couple in their homes where they do their best moving mountains for you. Okay? Big things are happening for you in terms of career in a really big way. And this is all month. This is all month. Okay? And if you're not here for a career, it's still like intimacy. It's still that Scorpio energy, Venus energy. It's love, it's relationships, it's investments, it's money, it's commitments. You're about to go into full transformation mode with Pluto going direct in Aquarius. You want money? You're about to go get it. You're about to get a lot of it. Pluto's been sleeping since May. And remember, before May, we had like 5 million retrogrades. Even Mars was retrograde. Remember that, yeah? So, this is like a bear coming out of hibernation. This is liberating. This Pluto's power and empowerment. Okay? Those salmon in that river, they better swim fast. You got Pluto's out of bounds. It's giving you, remember, he's a little wild. He's not supervised. It's a lot of power. And in Pluto and Aquarius for you, Capricorn, rules your 2nd house of money, of finances, of income, of salary. So you see what's happening here with Venus and Libra in your 10th house of career. And you've got Pluto now awake, yep, in Aquarius in your 2nd house of money bags. If you're not here for money or career, like, again, just your passions, that's going to boost your confidence. 2nd house is self-worth and self-value, but it's also your values, okay? Things that you find value in. 2nd house is also material possessions. That Jeep Wrangler you wanted, you're probably getting it now. So what a wonderful time. What a wonderful time. All right. Now, the other thing is, let's get to the, are you ready for this? Yeah. And I am doing this really late at night. So I got the construction lamp going on. Anyway. Okay. So Capricorn, look at this. Tuesday the 14th. All right. We're in the gateway. Tuesday, October 14th, you got Venus trine Uranus. What? In Gemini. That's rare. First of all, that only happens once a year. And when you got Venus trine Uranus in Gemini, that's your 6th house. So Venus in Libra in your 10th, Uranus in Gemini in your 6th. Career and work. Amazing, right? Breakthroughs. Uranus is breakthroughs. It's awakenings too. So this is like wake up calls, things like that, innovation, progress, the future. Amazing, right? Daily activities as well is the sixth house for you, as like your day routines and lifestyle, but it's also health matters, self-improvement. Oh, this is special. Then you got Venus trine Pluto in Aquarius. That only happens twice a year. And first of all, that's deep. That's going in the trenches of passion. Like, where is the exit? Who cares, right? You're deep. Venus trine Pluto. Now, you have the planet of money trining Pluto power in your second house of money. You see what's happening here. Because don't forget, Uranus, that's in your sixth house of everyday activities and work, is trining Pluto already, part of the prison portal, your second house of money. Now you have a grand air trine. So you put that package together. You do the math there. Work, career, money. You're already good. You're already good. And by the way, nobody on Earth has ever experienced this. It's been 84 years since Uranus has been in Gemini, and 250 years since Pluto has been in Aquarius. Hey, you're one of the first. You're one of the first. All right. And we'll talk about this a lot more in your weekly forecast, but just remember, this is all part of even Uranus trine Pluto, part of that prison portal. That's that brand new energy you're experiencing. You've been going through a lot of things that you're like, whoa, I've never gone through this before. And it's requiring you to change to be this new you in a month of transformation. This is huge. Breakthroughs. This is Uranus, the unexpected, surprises, sliding door moments, chance encounters. That investor you've been seeking, he's sitting right next to you at the Shake Shack. You know what I mean? Y'all are talking it up. Venus and Libra is very social. Uranus and Gemini is very social. Like, this is your Pluto and Aquarius. Aquarius is humanity. Like, you're good. You're good. All right? So please pay attention to what happens around this time. This is also marriage and love and contracts and agreements, but it's all, remember, Mars and Mercury and Scorpio behind the scenes in your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, and long-term goals and dreams. Just remember, Pluto also has a rebellious side. Yeah. And so there can be a little bit, it's like my way or the highway. So there's a lot of intense energy this month is all I'm saying. So just be mindful. Now, you do see the rare Jupiter trine Saturn. What? Right? 25 degrees. This has not happened in over 12 years. When was the last time you saw Saturn trine Jupiter? Right? So, well, 12 years ago. 12, yeah. They perfect on November 1st, but they're only 2 degrees apart. So they're now just getting together, and now the buildup starts. And then you actually feel it all through November, and we'll talk about that. But this is absolutely amazing. This is your ruler, Saturn, with Jupiter exalted. Saturn is in Pisces, yeah, retrograded back into Pisces, where the North Node is, your third house. So, whoa, slow down. There's something here. Third house is, again, communication, and it's like PR, advertising, branding yourself. It's the internet. It's online. Like I said, social media. There's something here with launching businesses. It's Mercury, right? Mercury ruled. He rules the third house. So selling things, launching businesses, getting an LLC. It's also being curious about things. Third house is a lot of family energy. You have a lot of family energy that's happening. And travel. And then you've got Jupiter trine Saturn. So Jupiter bringing that expansion and abundance and luck and wisdom. And your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and contracts. And a sign where in your 3rd house where it's signing things, there's something happening. There's something big happening for you. Okay. We'll talk about it more in your weekly forecast. And by the way, Jupiter trine Saturn, it will be the water signs Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces that feel the most. If you have any planets 24 to 26 degrees, you would definitely feel it the most. Okay. But everyone will feel it. All the modalities are activated. Thursday, October 16th. We'll say for the weekly forecast, it's not a big one for you. Saturday, October 18th, not even on the whiteboard. You might like this. We have the bending of the nodes with Mars and Scorpio, with the North Node in Pisces. South Node in Virgo. All right. And remember, Jupiter's trine Saturn. Saturn is karma, right? So this is highly karmic, another fated event happening for you. We'll talk about in your weekly forecast, but your hope, your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams, there's definitely something happening at this point. Now, Sunday, October 19th, and your social network. Remember that your support system, benefactors, allies, all that. Okay. Your kitty cat Facebook group, whatever you want to launch. Sunday, October 19th, Mercury conjunct Mars in Scorpio, 18 degrees. Wow. Buckle up. Buckle up. This is, okay, it's high frequency, but it's intense high frequency with passion. Passion. You got Mercury, the mind, communication, in Scorpio, depth, right? Mars, physicality, ambition, drive. You're going to get things you want. You're going to get things you want. Remember, this is your 11th house of your long-term goals and commitments and dreams and social. You're going to be very social. You're going to be networking AF. All right. And then remember, Jupiter's trine Saturn at the same time. And Saturn's in your third house of communication with Jupiter. Like, you're going to get good news. You're going to be signing things that are long lasting. Like, this is big. All right. Mars conjunct Mercury, by the way, it's literally the phrase, you can do anything you put your mind to. It's a lot of passion. It gets the job done. All right. Go Aaron Brockovich things. All right. Because you know what? It stimulates your passions is what it does into ideas and dreams and your vision and your legacy. But Mars and Scorpio, that's you putting in the work, putting wheels in motion. This is going to be a month you'll never forget. All right. So they start merging their energies now, and they're pretty much traveling together the entire month. So you'll feel it all month because they're in a sign of passion and transformation. Now, the other thing is that, oh yeah, we do have a grand air trine, another one. So this is with the moon in Libra. Okay. Swapping out with Venus. This is on the moon in Libra with Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Gemini. And it's almost like this mini portal to the new moon. So again, there's something here with career that's about to go gangbusters for you in a big way. You have on Tuesday, the 21st, a new moon in Libra. Okay. 28 degrees. There's something huge happening because not only do you have this Venus ruled new moon, where she's in her chariot. Remember that. This is, first of all, huge new beginnings, not only in love and marriage and contracts and pleasures, right? But you have that grand trine too. So money and work, but it is in your 10th house of career and fame and your reputation. This is one for the history books, okay? Because you also have Mercury conjunct Mars. You have that gateway of that grand air trine. You have Jupiter trine Saturn. But here's the kicker. Jupiter trine Saturn, that's forming a grand water trine right now with Mercury in Scorpio. Okay? Trine Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, Jupiter trine Saturn. There's your pyramid. So, what does this mean for you? It means your dreams are coming true in a really big way. Saturn, your ruler, is bringing stability. Okay. You got Mercury active. Yeah. You've got Saturn in your third house. Mercury's home. Agreements, launching businesses, doors opening for you. Jupiter bringing luck and good fortune. Just wait. Just wait. This is emotionally moving. Okay. Now, remember that I said we're coming back to the first day of October. Anything that happens around that time, okay? This is where you could seal the deal for a relationship, for a contract, because Juno, now in Sagittarius, is going to sextile Venus in Libra. So Juno and her husband Jupiter are creating this gangbusters, optimistic future for you. You're good. But remember, you got to plant seeds. You got to set intentions. Yep, you got to take inspired action, but you're Capricorn, you're going to do it anyway. You're 5 steps ahead of everybody else. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. they're going to feel this the most. But it really is, like, honestly, the cardinal signs too. So anyway, 27, but we'll talk about it a lot more in your weekly forecast. If you have any planets 27 to 29 degrees in the air signs, you're going to feel it. But remember, all the modalities are activated, all of them. All right. Now, Neptune is going to re-enter Pisces Wednesday, the 22nd. We'll talk about that in your weekly forecast. It's bringing that creativity, that imagination, your dreams, all of that back. It's very visceral. Thursday, the 23rd, Sun moving into Scorpio. We move into Scorpio season. Remember, you already got Mars and Mercury in Scorpio. They're still basically conjunct. You have a stellium, okay, with the Sun in Scorpio now. All right. Three planets, heavenly bodies. So for the next 4 weeks, you are going to see so much happen in your 11th house of your support system, your friendships, your squad, the brat pack, the get along gang, the Archie crew, and your future hopes, wishes, and long-term goals and dreams. This is Scorpio season for you, okay? So, and again, a lot of truth seeking too, but welcome to your transformation. Remember, that's Scorpio energy. So cue Queen, AC/DC, all right? Wilson Phillips, whoever you want to listen to, you're about to get on, you're about to have this big transformative experience. Your life is going to change. And remember, this is very emotional too. Scorpio energy. Emotionally moving, okay? But you have to direct that energy. By the way, you know that, right? I talk about this all the time. Emotions are neutral. It's a thought that you have that doesn't have any sort of emotion or feeling or intensity, or it has no value, it has no meaning, right? There's no real power. It doesn't engage with your neural pathways. Yes, I'm bringing up science, literal science. And I always say, match a frequency of the reality you want, and you can't help but get that reality. We all know how the law of attraction works. But emotions, yes, they're neutral. It's the energy. It's the energy you apply toward them that puts them in motion. Okay? Emotion. And yeah, you want to break it down? We'll go back to its etymological root, emotere. Energy in motion. So it's the energy, and that's why I always say everything is energy. Vibrate at that high frequency. That's what gives you power. That's what gives you experience and hopes and dreams. It allows you to create that reality that you deserve. Okay, Capricorn? Because Jupiter will square Chiron this day. And we'll talk about that. All right, in your weekly forecast. Now, on the 24th, we do have the Sun square Pluto. There's a kick here. Okay? Power struggles, extremes, taking things to extreme. And you fall for that, right? Because this is not seeing eye to eye with someone. Friendship. Again, maybe a friendship or a group you belong to, the kitty cat club, whatever it is, right? You're not seeing eye to eye. And y'all, remember, all this Scorpio energy can be grudgy. Yeah, holding on to those grudges. So this can be restless, burnout energy. It can be burnout energy. Okay. If you're expending your energy into something that is not worth your time. So just be mindful. You are on a karmic journey, your transformation. And as I always say, everything has ripple effects. Okay. So create the future you deserve, and don't let anyone take away your power. Don't let anyone pull you into their low energy frequency. What do I say? Pull them out of theirs. That's karma, that's kindness, that's the greater good, okay? This day, give someone a compliment, give someone a small smile. You see, it works. Now, the thing is, again, there may be something here with a friendship group or something about money. So, we'll talk more about your weekly forecast because we want to get to Monday the 27th. So, when we get to your weekly forecast, when we get to the end of this month, I want you to have confetti and a blowhorn ready, okay? You got Mars trine Jupiter. That happens once a year. Yeah, it's rare. And you already have Mercury basically conjuncting Mars, but you start feeling this on October 23rd, 24th. So over the weekend until the end of the month. This is one of the best days of the year, okay? Monday the 27th, because you've got Mars, the planet of action and drive and ambition and passion, and its domicile, meeting up with Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion and abundance and good fortune, exalted in Cancer. This is the holy grail of the month, especially when it comes to investments, relationships, home and family. But for you, big time in terms of contracts, partnerships, relationships that have to do with your future hopes and wishes and dreams. Okay? It's very special. It's incredibly special. And when I say one-on-one relationships, partnerships, that can be, it doesn't have to be just love. It doesn't have to be just career. It can be like an investor. It could be your wedding planner. It could be your agent, whatever it is. Okay. So huge, because we have another golden triangle. Well, another grand trine, a grand water trine, because you got Mars in Scorpio, trine Jupiter in Cancer, trine Saturn in Pisces, and you know that Jupiter trine Saturn. There's your pyramid. What the fax machine? This never happens. And Mars trine Saturn, that's perfecting on Wednesday the 29th, 25 degrees. But again, you feel it days before, days after. You even got Mercury trine Neptune. Like what? Anyway, Mars trine Jupiter and Saturn. What? That's amazing. Okay. That's absolutely amazing. My elbow keeps sticking to these. I'm going to move these over. But what does this mean for you? This is activating your 3rd house, your 7th house, and your 11th house. Okay. So, wow. You've got, where are we? You got Mercury, right? No, Mars. I'm sorry. We're still on Mars. Oh my God. There's literally like 5 grand trines happening right now. So you have Mars, yeah, and your support system, networks, things like that, friendships, and your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals and dreams. And by the way, there's something else happening. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I got to tell you this. Okay, so you got that here, and then you got it trining Jupiter in Cancer in your place of partnerships, relationships, and contracts, and then your 3rd house. Okay, Saturn in Pisces. Saturn's your ruler, so you're gonna feel this, yeah, of agreements and communication, and family, energy, travel, launching businesses. That's amazing. Okay, so you're good. You're really good. And again, we'll talk more about, like, we haven't seen that like, it's been 12 years. Again, like this is rare. So get excited. Please get excited. This is really amazing. And the thing I was going to tell you, oh my gosh, we have another grand trine. And you won't believe this. And this is why the last days of October are going to be so special for you, because that other grand trine will be the moon in Capricorn. Yeah, the moon's going to be in your sign at this time. Like your life is changing. Your life is changing in a really big way. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what's going on and yeah, Mercury does move into Sagittarius at the end of the month. And by the way, everyone who has joined Great Awakener, thank you so much. It means so much to me. I really appreciate it. And the founding member sale is still going on to the end of the month. It's all in the description box. I quit my job for this. I can't. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's going through big transformations. Everyone, yeah, doing new things. But but it is the next. But it is October when I'm launching the super secret thing that I've been working on for months. And that's the thing. Yeah, of course, I use astrology to plan too. Yeah. Anyway, and October is a good month because Mercury will go retrograde in November. Let's get started, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you for October 2025. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh my gosh, this light. Capricorn, I really wanted you to see me. I do how are you doing? I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, Capricorn, especially for a monthly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. And Capricorn, you know I love y'all. I hope y'all are well. You're about to, this is it. Is blast. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. There's so much happening for you. And then remember, November is still like, yeah. And then we get to your birthday season. There's this, you're good. Okay, Capricorn, let's do this. Yeah, you're. Okay. You're good. You're making this easy for me. This is gonna be easy. I can't even all right. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. Okay, great. Do it. There's that emotional intensity, but that passion, that emotional passion. There's that depth. The Queen of Cups, water energy, right? Emotions, intuition, feelings, even love and relationships. She has so much love to give. She leads with her heart. She does what her heart desires. And so there is this sense of she has so much emotional intelligence too. So there is a sense of bonding with others here, but there's also this self-love. It all starts with self-love. So I really love this right off the bat. You're feeling that emotional energy, okay, as you move into this month. And I mean, she's a queen, she's a leader, but she takes care of others, and she's also very intuitive. So really love this. This is really great because hello, more emotions, good ones, tears of joy, right? You even see the streams right here, right? Overflowing. So yeah, this isn't just your cup half full, it is overflowing. All right, this is rapturous. Think about the last time something happened in your life that brought you to tears. That's what this is. Okay, you're gonna have another moment, whether it's getting your dream job or launching your business or having a baby or getting married, all of that. Okay, amazing. The birth of new things right here, ace. Okay, the hand of spirit offering you this huge new beginning. You're good. You have it in the heart of your spread. Remember, this is a monthly forecast. And again, also relationships and partnerships, the biggest thing for you, it can be love. You got Venus in Libra, but that rules your 10th house. So it can be career, but either way, you have Jupiter exalted in Cancer in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. That's Libra's home. You're good. A lot of this is, you're going to see, you got the King of Wands here. So that's fine. There's maybe, remember, there's a couple squares this month where you may not see eye to eye. There it is. Okay. It can be someone that is, also very passionate. But when I say passionate, there can be overly passionate. Yeah. He can be a little, because, wands are the spirit of fire. Yeah. You got the pair, by the way. And he can be a little if it's not going my way, burn it to the ground. Right. So there is someone here that can be a little, and there's a little bit of manipulative energy and ego. It is the King of Wands. So just be mindful. There may be some nuts, and it can be work related. It's, King of Wands. He's the entrepreneur, but he is, just letting you know there may be someone. And secondly, it might be, and it's just if there's anything here, it would be you not being overly passionate. It's you not having enough passion. Okay. I don't think that's going to be a problem. The Queen of Wands in your crown. And that's amazing because she's an entrepreneur too. She's a businesswoman, but she's also very regal. She's very charismatic. She's charming. People gravitate toward her. She's got the sunflower in her hand. Sunflowers in her throne. These sunflowers exist in the sun card. She has the powers of the sun. Optimism, cheerful, joy, vitality. Yeah, that Mars and Scorpio energy, that passion. It's all about passion. And you won't believe how many times if you're a cross watcher, you will, but how many times the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands have come out in a month of passion. So I really love this. You got your mind set. You know what you want. Huge leader here. But again, anything you want. It doesn't have to be work and career, or profession. It can be relationships. It's passion, whatever you're passionate about. Okay? A lot of creative energy, by the way. 7 of Wands. That's fine. Stand up for what you believe in, okay? And in a sense, there is a sense of like leading the pack too. So you can see he's on higher ground. There's a little bit of competitive spirit, let's call it that. You've climbed your way to the top. You're on top. You're the one on top of the hill. Like, you're good. You're going to be fine. But there really is something here where there really is just, let's see eye to eye, okay? If there is, you feel a little bit of those squares or opposition, but you're going to be fine. You got the 4 Wands in your future. A lot of y'all getting married. Of course you are. A lot of y'all, like I said, right? You believe me now? Or like going steady with someone, or you're having a baby. Well, let me see. Yeah, some of y'all maybe having a second marriage. Actually, yeah, when we have the bending of the nodes, yeah. And then some of y'all, you're gonna probably have babies next month. All right, but anyway, congratulations too. But either way, this is just a card of milestones. It's still wands, right? Passion. But wands are very career, profession, work related. So it could be getting your dream job. It could be starting your business. It could be any of those. It's milestones. It's the card of hurrah. Coming after that, Ace of Cups with that Queen of Cups. So you see what happens when you're at that high frequency, right? You see, remember, energy. That's emotions, right? Look at that. Look across your cross. Let's get to your stuff. Capricorn, you're making this easy for me. Easy. I can't even talk. It is late. I do with, wait, no, that's not my line. Oh, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments, all of that. Actually, I do want to hear from you. I want to know what's happening. Okay. There's a lot that's happening. And you know I love you. All right. Yeah. Just don't tell you. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. If you are feeling hard on yourself, if someone's making you feel pressure, if there's someone that's a little, remember what I said. Don't be like, that would be mostly the first week with the South Node conjunction with Venus. Remember, don't let anyone take away your power. But also, just listen, the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, it's a challenge card, but all it's saying is like, you may be going through an experience where you do feel like you don't have the support that you're seeking, or you feel like someone's holding you back, or you feel like you're not in a place financially that you want to be in, or there's like things in your material world that you don't have yet. Keyword yet. Yeah. These people are focusing on their plight. They're literally outside a sanctuary. You even see the pentacles in the shape of an anchor, the anchor of hope. And so it's a matter of, again, mind over matter. Yeah? That's all it is. 3 of Wands. What? Come on. 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Amazing. Yeah. So you're ready to start this new journey, this new adventure. Yep. There you go. You're ready to meet people, and you're about to. It's in your external factors area. So there's also someone you're starting a new journey with. It's really amazing. 3 is the vibration of the Empress, by the way. So the birth of new things. It's all, look how sunny that sky is too, here too. And then you have the 10 of Wands. That's fine. It's in a place where it's just like, okay, I'm ready to just, I had a boulder on my shoulder. I had Saturn on my shoulder. I'm ready. Okay. I'm ready for this next new. Yeah. And this is saying, I do not want to be in a place where, I'm taking on a lot of responsibility, where things where I don't even know, which direction I'm going. Oh, you're going to be fine. Because you also got the Hierophant. And your final outcome, the connector, right? The divine, our world, physicality, the physical world, big leader. Yeah. I mean, it's the high priest. And this is someone who is really, really into like tradition, structure, and Saturn is your ruler. Saturn loves that, so they kind of mesh. He is kind of like a bridge maker, like Saturn too. So very nice, very nice. Okay, a lot of wisdom here. You see the columns from Solomon's temple, right? You've heard of like Solomon's the column, yeah. They're right here. The wisdom of Solomon. That's it. You see the two monks at his feet. So he's a big leader, imparting his wisdom. So very nice for you. Very nice for you. This is amazing. This is amazing. That's leadership. That's someone who has knowledge. That's somebody, again, he leads the pack. He leads the pack. And he does, there's something that's, again, this awakening that you may have. Let's break it down week by week. You don't even need any clarifiers. This is clear as day. Like this light. Let's see what's going on for you the first week. Yeah, first week, remember, we have Venus conjuncting the South Node, Mercury moving into Scorpio, full moon in Aries. Again, you can't, like, I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling. Let's just stop with, you got Venus sextile Jupiter, amazing. Venus opposite Saturn, loaded week. Let's see what's going on for you the first week of October. King of Swords. Look at you and your power. Now, here's the thing. King of Swords, yeah, this is someone who is a huge authority. He's a member of Mensa. He's so smart. He's very strategic, really good at planning, really good at making decisions. He's ready to strike at any moment too. Okay? He has that awareness. He's alert. Remember what I said about Scorpio season. Truth coming to the surface, but also facing your truths. He has. He's the only king that looks directly at you. He's got nothing to hide. No one can hide anything from that king. So that is power. Yeah? Being your authentic self, being true to yourself. Just remember, he does hold a lot of power. So be mindful about, when Mercury goes in Scorpio, but either way, leadership. Really nice. I mean, you got Saturn and the North Node in your third house of communication, of thinking. That's the swords, right? The mental suit. Now, second week, you've got, it's the gateway, all right? Venus moving into Libra, Pluto going direct, the grand trine with Venus, Jupiter trine Saturn. No, there's just so much. Mercury conjunct Mars. There's so much. All right, let's see what's going on for you the second week of October. And, this is also very interesting. If you're a cross-watcher, Two of Swords has come out more than the Two of Swords has ever come out. And it's really interesting because you've got, this card is attributed to Moon in Libra. So we will be in Libra season. And I did tell you, we do have that, not only the new moon in Libra, but the grand trine with the moon in Libra. So something with partnerships and relationships. Okay. Up here, swords, right? Up here. And with that said, she's got her back turned to the moon and the sea. So you got to trust your intuition. You got to be in touch with your emotions. The second week, there may be something happening where you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? You see her stance crossing off her heart. So, okay. Go deep. Go deep. You may have to make a decision. Okay? You may be at a crossroads. You want to be able to take off that blindfold. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Again, may have to do with career, but it's not a bad thing. It could just be like, hey, listen, I've had a lot of conversations. I've had a lot of interviews or whatever it is, right? Got to make a decision. Got to make a decision. I can't sit on this. I got to. Now, third week, that's when you actually have the new moon in Libra. And then, no, I got to put my glasses on. Then Neptune goes back into Pisces. And then we have the sun moving into Scorpio. Oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so much. Sun square Pluto, Jupiter square Chiron. There's so much. There's so much. Okay. Healing, by the way, that's healing. Let's see what's going on for you for the third week of October. Look at you go. You got a new moon in Libra with the Magician. I mean, you're good. You're good. I mean, there's your new journey. There's a new journey. As above, so below. Okay? And remember, Magician is a card of action. Okay? It's an active card. He's got all tools of tarot. He's got the cups. You see that? Pentacles, wands, and swords. You can have whatever you want. But it's the Magician. You have to have that self-belief too. But take that action. Now, and you're about to embark on a brand new journey. I mean, you got... let's see the last week. Oh yeah, we got the Mars trine Saturn, Mars trine Jupiter, Mercury trine Neptune. You got so much happening. Let's see the 4th week for Capricorn. You got something really big coming. You got the Magician, Page of Wands, Ace of Cups, 4 of Wands, 3 of Wands. It's a lot of passion. Page of Wands, yeah, there's something here. There's something here for you. You can see, you clearly see it. You got something new. You got something new. You got something new. Whole new. You get new. You got whole new. Like your new life just beginning. Okay, that Page of Wands. Wow, that fresh new energy. He's gonna turn this desert landscape into this lush, verdant garden of his passions. You even see the leaves sprouting from the wand. Yeah. So you're good. You're good. Again, wands are very career, enterprise, profession oriented, but just your passions, your ambitions, and there's something ready to grow right here, right here. This is your best month. This is like insane. Okay. This is insane. Everything is just making you wiser. You're good. Okay. You're really good. I'm very excited for you. And the second spread, yeah, we'll look at career, we'll look at love, we're gonna pull up our cards. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join really good and legendary members. You know we have a lot of fun. Anyway, Capricorn, y'all are amazing. Next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. And just look at the camera now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, is that it? That's it. Yeah. Okay. Capricorn, you're real. This is your best. This is it. Okay. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.